Distribution.
Yep.
Bombshell.
That's what we do here.
That's what we do here.
REDMAN.
REDMAN.
Yeah.
It's all good. I'm gonna go out and try and get a few gates and see if I can bring the old school back, Mr. REDMAN.
Nice.
See how it's going. How are you doing, sir?
Good, man. How you doing today?
Well, I'm enjoying the weather. It's better than England.
Yeah, yeah.
And the track looks good. It reminds me of our little track. We got a small little track. Yours is slightly bigger.
Nice.
But we make the most of it. You produce champions, we produce champions.
That's right. That's
Shows
right.
that, you know, you don't need the big full-size thing. You can still do it.
No way. Hardcore, Rocky style, man.
So what happened to, you know, you got the house here. What made you put a track in the backyard and how long have you had it?
You know what? I've always had starting gates to practice with the kids wherever I've lived. So it was just natural when I moved out here to put the track in. And the boneyard, man, it's cool. The pros come over, everybody chills, and there's no pressure, man. Nobody's checking practice stickers here.
That's right, that's right, that's right.
See what he's got, 80s style.
Okay, riders, random start.
Dreams have now been fulfilled.
Right,
Get your ass up and let's get ill. 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 That's right, dog. That's right, dog. Get your ass up and let's get ill. Get your ass up and let's get ill. Get your ass up and let's get ill.
Drunk Reno bar.
Right, yeah, I can imagine. 1 2 1 2. CK Flash.
I'm in the building for X-Treme BMX Sports.
What's going down?
It's all about the kids right now.
Who are we hanging out with today?
A man who does it just like me in London, but over here in California, Marietta, Hot Springs. Main man himself, Mike REDMAN from REDMAN Bikes. If you ain't heard of him, a legend as himself. Mike, how you doing, sir?
Good, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
All right, all right.
What's it going to take to win out here?
Hey, what's it going to take, man? You know, it's just going to take a good start, consistent lap, and, you know, just beat those other 7 competitors, right?
Yeah, that's right.
How's that?
So, Mike, how long have you been running your camps and how long have you been in BMX?
Man, I've been in BMX for about 35 years. Yeah, don't laugh, Willers. And I've been doing the training thing for about 20 years. You know, back in the old Santa Ana days and early days. Dale was down there, MRC, the gym down there, and a bunch of old heads. And
some of the legends you've trained with, Mike, or trained even said.
Oh yeah, man, I've trained with a bunch of cats. You know, with Pistol Pete, obviously. You know, one of my good bros, and you know, even the enemy, Greg Hill, and some of those guys. But you know, they're all good, they're all cool. But you know, off and on with, you know, tons of guys over the years. So.
And Mike's not only trainer, he's also the U.S.A. stroke ABA announcer.
Okay.
So he can do it all pretty much. How was the and actually the Olympic announcer as well? How was the Olympics, Mike?
Oh, dude, it was a dream, man. It was a dream. Getting to see all those competitors over there, you know, and watching a lot of drama, man. It was good for the sport, you know. A lot of exposure. Second time around, man. It's just going to be off the chain over in London. So
you going to be there?
I hope they'll have me, man.
We love you, man. We love you. We'll bring you to Peckham first, then send you up the road.
Right on, you know. Hey, man, he was a little tripped out, and, you know, I had my Hawks BMX Club jersey on, you know, in the garage, and, you know, down at the desk there, you know, the butcher hooking it up, you know, man, hey, I'm going to hang out with these guys, too.
Hey, what's the sport do for youngsters coming into it, you know? What could you tell us that it does for young guys from maybe the age of, I don't know, 7, 8, up to the age of 15?
Man, it's everything, you know. I mean, even if this isn't what you end up pursuing, you know, BMX is the core. It can be the core of, you know, everything you do, man. I mean, I know professional race car drivers and motocrossers and baseball and football players and that are all have a BMX background. So, I mean, and every one of them will tell you that what they learned from BMX is really what, you know, taught them how to be ferocious enough to be a professional athlete in another sport even.
Okay, and you also got your own bike company, which is obviously REDMAN Bikes. What made you develop a bike and why?
You know, I couldn't get a job at GT, you know. I mean, they wouldn't put me on the staff down there. They liked me a lot, but, you know, I got to hang out a lot. And, but, you know, I mean, with the exception of pushing a broom in the warehouse, that really wasn't my gig. And I figured, you know, 6 chrome ollie frames a year, plus cruisers for 6 guys. Or I could sell 25 of my own bikes and I'd get the same bikes for free and a tank of gas. So I was ahead if I started my own deal. So that's kind of what I did.
And also, like, we'd love you to come to London. Obviously, maybe even before. We got some of the fastest riders riding out of Peckham. And how would you feel if we brought some of them over here to ride?
Ah, dude, man, they're welcome here anytime. This is International House right here, boy. You know, I mean, I'm usually, you know, many days that there's 15 guys here and I'm the only American guy. So, you know, it's, you know, me and Sipcoy and Cesar, you know, and the rest, it's all international, man. It's, you know.
So do you ever get to travel to Europe much yourself?
Yeah, you know, I announced the U.S.A. Supercross races, so I'll be going to, you know, Denmark, obviously, coming up, and over to France later on in the fall, and World Championships in Australia and South Africa, so should be good.
And what's your, I know you told me earlier your forte of the gate. What do you think of Dale's gates?
Dale's got a, you know, I mean, he's got a pretty picture-perfect gate, man. I mean, that's kind of the basis, the platform of the gate that I've been into for 20 years, you know what I mean? A lot of guys would call it, you know, semi-conventional with the C-roll, got that pro roll in there, you know, but it's pretty straightforward. It's right to business, and, you know, if you can do a gate like that and get right to business, man, the guy with the strongest legs after that's going to win. Yeah,
it's all about the leg power. So what would you say would come first? Would it be upper body or leg power or snap? Which one?
Oh, man. You know, you live and die on the leg power for sure, but, you know, good fundamentals and good technique with some great fitness goes a long way in this sport.
Okay, well, once again, I'd like to thank you for having me out here.
Right on,
Mike Redman, the man.
I got one last question for Mike before we go.
Absolutely.
Name your dream team, American team for 2012.
For 2012?
Yeah.
Wow, man. You know, let's go with some old school. I'd say Mike Day for sure. You know, I mean, just he's building up a lot of experience on the international scene, and he's a pretty determined guy. You know, I mean, he goes back to that old school AA thing where, you know, when it's time to lay it down and put some bread on the table, he can get it done. Then I like, you know, the new guys. You know, the young guys. Corbin Shara obviously rides for my squad. And, you know, the con man, Connor Fields, another strong kid coming up. You know, and I certainly don't want to intimate that, you know, those young guys, the juniors right now, are going to push their way right onto the Olympic team. But because those old dogs, man, Donnie and, I mean, even Kyle, man, you know, 3 years from now is nothing. And, you know, London's a good place to go hang out and party, so that'll turn Kyle on for sure. So, you know, you can't count those guys out. I mean, like I said, there's a ton of other guys, man. Cesar, all those guys, if they put their heads to it, you know, you never know what's going to come up.
Cool.
Well, thanks again, Mike Redman, and we'll
right
catch you
on,
soon.
man. Right on. Good travels. Good travels. Peace. We'll see you guys over in London.